The invention of language is widely considered among historians to be the beginning of modern man and human culture. Early human societies transferred information orally by speaking and listening. This was the age of oral culture. Oral culture would dominate humanity until the invention of the printing press in the mid-15th century AD. This revolution fundamentally changed the way humans transferred information and shaped the world accordingly. This is the age of print culture. Modern technology has brought us to the brink of a new revolution. While we are arguably still rooted in the world of print culture, we are standing at the precipice, the next cultural age looming before us, and it is the digital age. Libraries are cultural institutions, but they are uniquely institutions of print culture. Merriam-Webster defines a library as a place in which literary, musical, artistic, or reference materials as books, manuscripts, recordings, or films are kept for use but not for sale. In the digital age, as the dominant form of information transmission shifts from the physical printed word to the more ethereal digital content, will we still need a physical space to gain access to literary, musical, artistic, and reference materials? How will libraries change in this new age? One way libraries, specifically public libraries, are already changing to accommodate this cultural shift is by incorporating ebooks and other digital content into their collections. What is an ebook? An ebook is a book composed or converted to digital format for display on a computer screen or handheld device. The technology for ebooks has existed for some time now, but the recent surge in popularity of e-readers and tablet computers has caused an explosion in ebook popularity. In 2012, Amazon.com announced that its sales of ebooks had eclipsed print books. And while all new technology has its fair share of naysayers, most librarians are eager to embrace ebooks and include them into their libraries' collections.
My opinion of ebooks in general is that anything that gets people to read or gets people in the library is okay with me.
What I think of ebooks in general is they're a great addition to libraries because it's been proven that people with ebook readers actually read more. It doesn't stop them from using regular books, it just adds another avenue for them to access books.
Most large public library systems give their patrons limited access to ebooks via platforms like Overdrive that allow users to quote-unquote check out electronic copies that will automatically expire on their due date. But while libraries are in favor of e-lending, the same cannot be said of most book publishers.
If you think publishers are on the same side as libraries, that's exactly what they want you to think.
There are 6 major publishers of English language books in the world who are collectively known in the publishing world as the Big Six. The Big Six are Simon & Schuster, HarperCollins, Random House, Macmillan, the Penguin Group, and Hachette. Simon & Schuster and Macmillan do not allow libraries to lend their ebooks at all. Penguin has suspended its library ebook lending program and is in the process of reintroducing a pilot program exclusively at the New York City Public Library. HarperCollins capped the number of circulations of its ebooks to 26. Hachette removed its frontlist titles from library catalogs. And while Random House is the only major publisher to offer its full catalog to libraries for purchase, it recently tripled its ebook prices. Prohibitive pricing and limitations on circulation are crippling library efforts to utilize ebooks to the best of their ability.
With the regulations set up by the publishers and the restrictions that are put on them and the exceedingly large expense, when you're talking about buying a copy of 50 Shades of Grey in the paperback for $14 and buying a copy digitally for $86, it's a huge expense to libraries just to use them, and currently we're busy fighting with publishers who are refusing to work with us.
So we need to be more of an advocate with publishers about, no, like if it's made of ones and zeros, then it's ours. We're not just kind of renting it from them. And we want to have more copies. So the more that we know about this industry, the better that we can advocate for ourselves and for our customers and making information open and available to anyone who wants it.
Beyond struggles with publishers, there are other issues with ebooks that are causing concern among librarians. While tech-savvy consumers love ebooks because of their lightweight, instant access to content, and convenient features like text zooming and instant definitions, those who are less than proficient with modern technology are going to need a lot of help.
Hopefully we can find a way to make it more accessible, because as we're finding, while we can add digital aspects to the library, it's also increasing the digital divide, which is something we have to be very careful of. While we're giving customers ways to access that, we're creating a bigger divide for people who aren't using the library, who are then not able to access those certain services. So we have to be very careful not to move too quickly so we're not excluding people from libraries as they are now.
So what does the digital age hold for public libraries and their mission to engage their communities? Beyond ebooks, how might libraries harness the power and possibility of digital content to transform themselves into cultural institutions of the future?
I think that the inclusion of the digital content in libraries isn't changing what libraries are, because as time passes, it's just making us more relevant. Because if we refuse to change with the times, then we are going to push ourselves out. So by adding features like internet and Wi-Fi and ebooks, we're just increasing the ways that we can help and interact with our community. And it's making us a bigger and better resource for our community.
We can also be more involved when it comes to the creation of content. So let's say everybody in the neighborhood wrote an ebook. We could publish those on the library website and kind of like help people get started. I heard someone say once, like, what if we like had all like the creative children's writings from 100 years ago? Well, that's kind of like we could start now. We could create all this kind of like original content and save it for the library, and then we can do that using this e-media.
Ebooks are just the tip of the iceberg. The digital revolution is going to give limitless possibilities for libraries to transform themselves and evolve with the new age. We just need to be brave enough to take that leap.